Hi guys, today I will be sharing orange custard cake. First thing we need to do is to make the caramel. So this is 1 cup of sugar. Don't worry about the amount of sugar here because this will not all go in the cake. This is just to have a good coverage of the caramel. So this I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of water, and then we're going to caramelize the sugar on the stove using medium to low heat. And then we're going to cook the sugar until it turns amber color. Don't make the caramel too dark because it will be bitter. So shake the pan a little bit. Be careful when you're making caramel. The sugar is too hot and you can easily burn yourself. If you get the desired color of the caramel, you can set this aside. For the flan, we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 8 egg yolks, 1 whole egg, 1/4 cup of sugar. If you want to remove the sugar, that's fine. 1 can of evaporated milk and 1 can of condensed milk. To begin, add the 1 whole egg into the egg yolks. Add the sugar. Give it a whisk. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Add the evaporated milk. Evaporated milk is 375 ml. Add the condensed milk. Condensed milk is 395 grams. And then whisk this lightly. I'm whisking this lightly, but because I'm using fast forward, you think that I'm whisking vigorously. As much as possible, we want to avoid the air bubbles so our flan will be very smooth. At this point, we will transfer this into the prepared caramel. We're going to use a strainer. So strain the flan. Now we're going to set this aside while we make the orange chiffon cake. By the way, your oven should be preheated at 165 degrees Celsius. So to get the orange zest, use a grater, making sure that you don't go too deep in scraping the orange zest because the white part of the orange is bitter. So we need to get about 1 tablespoon of the orange zest. I use about 3 oranges to get 1 tablespoon. Now squeeze the oranges to get 100 ml of orange juice. One hundred ml of vegetable oil, 100 ml of orange juice, 1 tablespoon of orange zest, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, half a cup of sugar, 6 egg yolks, and 1.5 cups of cake flour. Optional ingredients: if you want to add color to your cake, add orange gel food coloring. So to begin, combine the cake flour, the salt, and the baking powder. Give it a light mix and then set this aside. We will sift this later. Combine the egg yolks and the sugar. Give it a whisk until it is light pale yellow. Just like this. Now add the orange zest while continuously whisking. Then add the orange juice. Add the vegetable oil. Then sift in the dry ingredients. Using a spatula, mix this until it is well combined. Now I'm going to add gel food coloring orange just to make the color brighter, but it's up to you if you want to add orange food coloring or not. Now set this aside. 6 egg whites, half a cup of sugar, and half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Using an electric mixer, whisk the egg whites until it is frothy. Once it is frothy, you can add the cream of tartar. Beat it for about a minute. Then gradually add the sugar. Once the sugar is all in, continue beating these until you reach the stiff peak stage. And this is now the stiff peak stage. We're going to combine the meringue into the egg yolk batter in 3 additions using the folding method. So remember to mix gently. We don't want to deflate the air from the meringue. And this is the last addition of the meringue. So remember not to overmix. We want to keep the cake light. Now we're going to transfer this into the flan. Now we're going to bake this in a bain-marie. So I have hot boiling water in here. And I'm gonna add this into the bigger pan, about 1/4 of the baking pan. And then we're going to bake this in a preheated oven at 160 to 165 degrees Celsius for about 1 hour to 1 hour 20 minutes. As for me, I bake it for 1 hour 20 minutes. So check the middle, if the middle is set. And then let this cool down for about 45 minutes before taking it out of the pan. So after 45 minutes, I'm using a flat angled spatula, run it on the side of the cake and the pan to release the flan. Then flip this upside down. This is still quite warm, so wait until it cools down. And this is the finished product. This is so delicious. I can guarantee that you're going to love this. I have this idea because I make the orange chiffon cake yesterday, and I said it would be good to mix with flan. So I hope you give this a try. And just to show you what it looks like inside the cake when you slice it, when I cut this is still pretty warm. So I highly suggest to let it cool down completely before you're cutting this. And this is what it looks like. This is very light and airy. I will show you. The flan is so smooth and delicious. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you do like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you try this. And also, you can also follow me on Facebook, My Sweet Ambitions. I'm always there. I'll see you again next week. Bye.